guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11 and we are back, and today we've got something really special for you here. What we're looking at is a Sig Sauer P220, and this firearm was provided to me from the owner of SS Pawn, Stan, out there in Lexington, Nebraska. Stan loans me firearms from his private collection in order for me to use in firearms videos, and this beauty right here is one of those pistols. So give Stan a call at 308-746-7700 and he will take care of your firearms needs. Alright, so the Sig Sauer P220. I have never fired a Sig Sauer before. True confession, never fired one. I've held a few in the stores before. I was thinking about buying an SP 2022, I think that's what they're called, at one point or another, but I kind of fell off that idea. This pistol is absolutely beautiful. This is German manufactured, semi-automatic 45 caliber pistol. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a basic field strip and cleaning of this pistol. I'm really excited to take it out. The balance in the hand on this thing is amazing. It feels so light in my hand for such a large pistol, such a high bore axis. But again, it feels great in my hands. It's got fully adjustable rear sights and it's got a front sight on it that's a little bit more of a post style. If you look at the front sights on this, they're almost like a target style, but this does not have any kind of a suppressor barrel on it. Suppressor threaded barrel, I'm sorry. And we're going to go ahead and take this out and see how it performs very, very soon. But before we get started with any cleaning video, we're going to go ahead and eject the magazine, take that out, go ahead and lock the slide back here. Again, it's got a real heavy spring on it because of that 45 caliber, absorb all that recoil. Go ahead and push the disassembly lever down and release the slide and have fun, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is go and start off with the lower. As is my tradition in these cleaning videos, I usually start off with some rem oil. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm really, really excited to take a gun out like this because, again, a gun like this, new, is typically out of my price range. I was looking at these on Sig's website, and they sell about 5 different variants of this pistol, and they start around $11.87 MSRP, so you're probably looking at, I'm guessing, a store price of maybe $9.99, straight up $1,000. Not sure exactly, but all I know is it's one of those guns that I just think that I love the looks of them. They look really tough. They just look great. The fact that they've seen so much service and use around the world and in our own country alone, just really, it makes it a pistol that I'm excited to take out and shoot. Accuracy, I have no idea. You know, we've got some fairly lengthy full-length guide rails here. I mean, this thing is, it should be a smooth shooter. I'm expecting it to be. We'll be taking out some federal brass ammo when we shoot it. I about bought aluminum case ammo, but I thought, you know, I'm sure this thing can feed about anything, but I wanted to just make sure it gets a healthy diet of good brass ammo, brand new factory loaded ammo, and so on. Okay, now that's not too bad. I will go through this a little bit later on with some Q-tips and kind of, you know, clean it up a little bit. Feed ramps don't look too bad. Down here in the bottom, like the lower part where your rounds go into the barrel, okay? Not bad, not bad. Let's go ahead and get out a few Q-tips here. And we'll do a little bit of just fine cleaning on the rails. Again, I'm kind of sticking with rem oil for the initial cleaning, and then I'm actually going to give it kind of a finishing coat of some CLP. A lot of metal on metal surfaces, and I love to use CLP in applications like that. Okay, not bad, not bad. I love the grip on it too. This one has a Hogue grip, which is interesting because this is a one-piece grip. And I noticed on Sig's website, they were talking about one of the improvements they made to the gun is that they now come with a factory one-piece grip that goes around the back to make it more uniform and much more comfortable in your hands when you fire it. Okay, we've got a very, very heavy-duty spring. It almost looks like the same kind of wire you see in an AK-47 around the trigger group. So we'll go ahead and take out the recoil spring. Okay, a little bit different setup. We're going to go ahead and just hit that with a little bit of rem oil too to clean it. Really not that dirty. This gun is fairly clean, and I don't think it's going to take a whole lot to get it where I want it. You know, I had a little bit of residue here that came off the lower and so on, but it was not, I mean, it's still in really good shape. I really can't tell you what year this particular pistol was produced. Your P220s have been in production since 1975, I believe, and they replaced the P210 as a service revolver in many European countries. So again, it's a very well-known pistol. Take that barrel out. Got a little bit of patina going on there. Got a little bit of love, but nothing too bad. All right, let's go ahead and spray out the slide. And again, it is hammer fired. Okay, so it's not a striker fired pistol. Okay, but still, it's a reliable design. It's one that's tried and true and battle tested and so on. And like I said, I haven't fired a lot of 45s. It's funny, as much experience as I think I've had with firearms, there's quite a few firearms that I have not fired before. For 45s, I had a high point 45, and I had a Rock Island Armory 45. And that was pretty much it. One of my first pistols was probably a Gen 2 because I got it like in the early 90s. A Gen 2 Glock 20. Might have been a Gen 3, but I'm pretty sure it was a Gen 2. And that thing was a pretty heavy hitter, so that thing was almost painful for me to shoot. Of course, I probably wasn't holding a proper grip on it and so on. I wasn't very well trained in using a pistol. Not that I'm an expert now, but I feel like I'm a lot more competent with the firearm after taking several training classes and just going out to the range as much as I possibly can. They were a little dirty, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, that's not so bad. All right, I'll kind of set that off to the side. Again, we'll wipe the whole gun down as soon as we get done. Oh, always got to do the Q-tip. This one we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of CLP here on our Q-tip and just go ahead and run it down the rails. Okay, there you go. Yeah, a little dirty. I'm going to give it the same cleaning when I get done with it. I plan on putting 100 rounds through it, which I figure if I'm going to take out a 45 and it's going to be a SIG, I definitely want to get a good feel for it and see if it's a kind of gun I consider buying down the road. Awesome. Okay, barrel time. Like I always said, let's go ahead and shoot a little CLP down the barrel and let that marinate for a minute. All right. It's a 45, so it's going to take quite a bit to fill that up. I'm going to hit it from the other side now. Okay, let that sit. Put a little. I usually use CLP on my patches when I wipe down the barrels, just because you can get a lot of buildup and a lot of old fussy spent powder and carbon that does not like to come off. But man, this thing cleans up just wonderfully. I just giving it a basic wipe down, that anodized finish on the outside. I believe we have an alloy lower with a steel upper. Very high quality materials. And I'm assuming that these are now American made, or that they had switched over to American manufacture at one point or another. You know, when it comes to where guns are made, I'm not much of an expert on that. I was just doing a little bit of reading about this pistol online to see what I could find out. Okay, up next we're going to go ahead and run the barrel brush, just a brass phosphor brush down the rear. Just kind of scrub it out a little bit and get any buildup out of it that might be in there. Again, just ease of disassembly, very simple, mechanical, to the point. These guns are fantastic. Now, I considered getting a new 226, and I'm still kind of up in the air about that. I don't know. Some people complain about kind of wonky extractors, and I don't know if that's true or not, or if it's just haters that are out there that are trying to create some controversy about the gun. And again, for that kind of money, I would expect a firearm that's going to function really well. Although, you know, every gun kind of has their own quirks. Every gun can have its own issues. That's just part of owning something that's mechanical in nature, right? Well, if I can get a patch in here, we'll go ahead and run this through the barrel and get her cleaned out. So we'll be taking it to the range. I'm thinking probably tomorrow. I don't really care what the weather's going to be like. I think it's going to be fairly nice out, probably a little bit cool. It's going to be bright out. Should be sunny. No guarantees on the wind as usual, right? Okay, so we'll go ahead and pull that through and pull the patch through. Go. Pull back on it. It's not bad. We have a little bit of some buildup in there just looking at the rifling. There's a little bit of powder buildup that you can kind of see. All right, just a little bit. Not too bad. We're going to go ahead and hit that with a bit more CLP and one more shot of the brush. Give that a good scrubbing. But yeah, when Stan got this pistol out, I was just absolutely elated. I just thought, this is so cool. I mean, I didn't even expect a SIG. I didn't know what to expect. Stan's always got all kinds of cool surprises in his private collection, so it's really cool to see what he's going to loan me next. And we got a lot more guns in the lineup to show you guys too, which is going to make it fun for everybody, especially me because I get to take them to the range. And a little bit about that range, I go to the Rob Jeffrey firing range. It's very popular. They have a lot of long-distance shooting events. The range goes out past 1,000 yards, which is fantastic. Now, some of you might have acreages you can shoot on, and you might have that kind of distance. Some of you might not, but I got to tell you, for $100 per person per year, or $200 for a family, I believe that's the rate. It is really a deal. You can go out there anytime you want to. Now, they've got lights, and I believe they have nighttime shooting, but I don't know the specifics of that, how that works if you want to go out there and shoot in the evening, if somebody has to be out there, or what you have to do. So, okay, no, that's not so bad. All right, let's go ahead and just take a few little patches here and put a little CLP in it and get it back together, and we're good to go. That's one great thing about these guns. You don't need any special tools for disassembly. Very simple to take apart. Very easy to reassemble. Okay, and again, if it happens to be below freezing, I will definitely disassemble this pistol, and we'll go ahead and take out, we'll get rid of some of this excess oil, but again, a lot of metal on metal. I want a nice, smooth operation to really get a feel for what these SIGs are all about. So, again, like I said, I'm pretty excited to be able to take this one out. It's a little dirty still. Not bad. Okay, we'll go ahead and Wipe down the barrel with some CLP. There we go. Barrel looks really nice right now. I put a fairly dry patch through it so the barrel doesn't have any oil in it at all. I'm probably running this a bit more lube than I need to, but we'll see how it runs overall. We'll take the same patch and go ahead and wipe down the rails on the outside. Very cool. Let's go ahead and wipe that part down. Wipe down the trigger group back here and your hammer. Oh, this is just such a cool gun. Absolutely awesome. And you see a lot of SIGs on YouTube videos and so on, and it's one of those things where it's a lot of times guys think about buying one, and a lot of times people do, and sometimes they don't. So, oh, Ammo Cat's joining me today. Very cool. Ammo Cat, how you doing? You want to go with me to the range? No, you'd rather sit out the window and look at birds you'd rather take out, which is fine. You do a good job at that. All right. Let's go ahead and just put, I know it seems kind of crazy, but I like to just run a patch through the magazine well, because you're going to get, there could be some little bit of crud and some possible oxidation in there that you don't catch. A little bit of powder buildup and so on. I'm a bit OCD with cleaning firearms, and I give this kind of treatment to all my firearms, not just, my own, as well as the ones that I tend to borrow from people. Okay, there we go. Got that all taken care of. All right, now let's go ahead and put the recoil spring back in. We'll get that part reassembled. There we go. Again, this is the first time I've done this, so there's always that chance I might screw up a little bit. Man, that's a heavy, dude. That spring is cool. Very, very cool. Check that out, guys. Very nice. The machining and tooling is just second to none underneath the hood of this thing. I know I'm talking about it like it's a car, but it's very, very sweet. The sights are awesome. Those are all steel, fully adjustable rear. So I'm going to put a few rounds through it before I start filming, because I want to kind of see if there's any quirks about it, if it happens to shoot in a particular direction, or if I happen to shoot in a particular direction, right? Go ahead and put your slide back on, and what we're going to do is just slide it together and just push up on our catch, our little disassembly latch here, and should be good to go. Here we go. Okay, that's a heavy spring. You do have your decocker. Okay, go ahead and test it for functionality. Very smooth. Go ahead and try fire. Very crisp trigger. I like that. Okay, full pull. Oh, it's just mechanical links. It's just so Teutonic in nature, it's not even funny. Anybody that owns a BMW or Mercedes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Very sweet. There we go. So go ahead and just wipe off the magazine and give it a little bit of a coat on the outside, and then we're going to be ready to go to the range, guys. So we're going to go ahead and take that out there and run a few rounds through it. We'll do some accuracy testing. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do 8 groups of 4, and we'll have to do a little bit of reloading and stopping the camera and so on. We'll take it out to, we'll go 10 feet all the way out to 80 feet, which really doesn't seem like a big deal. We're talking, you know what, a little bit under 30 yards to see what kind of accuracy you can get with this, kind of combat accuracy we're talking about. And then we'll shoot some steel with it too. I'm going to get some of those targets going that we shot in the last video when I took the PT92 out, which I also love. That's another love of my life. That is such a cool pistol. So, but this thing, man, balance in the hand, it just feels, even my wife got a hold of this and she was checking out. She goes, man, that thing is light. She goes, the weight distribution is fantastic. It's, man, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just awesome. But anyway, there enough of me bragging about the Sig Sauer. Maybe just excited, guys, because you know, Sig's one of those guns I've never had a chance to shoot before. And you know how it is when you get to take a firearm out to the range for the first time. Maybe just after you buy a firearm, an experience of taking it out there and really enjoying what that gun has to offer. So, all right, we're going to go and give this a little bit of a wipe down, and I think we're going to call it good. And we'll take it out to the range tomorrow and then bring it back and give it a nice cleaning and get it back to stand. So there we go, guys. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for checking out the channel. As always, you can follow me over there on Twitter and Instagram, as well as on gunchannels.com. I'm on the Ordinary Average Guy Gun channel. You know where to find me there. And yeah, and by the way, we're just about to 1,000 subscribers. We're about 49 away, which is really cool. As soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers, I mentioned this a couple times, Stan from SS Pawn has provided us with a really, really cool gift. I mean, we're talking just awesome, awesome gift. It's going to be more than I think maybe a lot of people expect, but again, I'm not trying to buy viewers. I just like to give back to the viewers. I think it's really cool. Like I said, this is one of the few hobbies that I have that you know, makes me feel just somewhat creative. I get to do. I really enjoy the process of editing the videos and making the videos for you and babbling endlessly, and you sit here and listen to it all. It's really, really rewarding, actually. So, All right, guys. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out the video. Okay, I want you guys to like or subscribe as always. I want you to have fun, be safe, and we will bring you that range review very soon. All right, take care, guys. Have a great one. Goodbye.